Welcome to the Phoenix Comic YouTube channel, your number one stop for video drawing tutorials. Find even more drawing tips inside the pages of the Phoenix comic, along with great stories and more. And this week I'm going to be showing you how to draw a tiger's head. We've already learnt how to draw cats, with which tigers share some basic similarities, especially in terms of the shape of the head. Having said that, there are some key differences, namely a much more pronounced snout and jaw, stumpy, not pointed ears and smaller eyes. Let's take a look in more detail. We're going to start our drawing by constructing a set of building blocks. Building blocks are a series of basic shapes we use to construct a set of guides from which to create our final drawing. Draw two heptagon shapes, one just inside the other at the bottom. Add the jaw using a simple shape with angle sides. Position the ears, but remember not to make them pointy. Add centre lines to help you place the facial features. And then draw two circles and a triangle for the eyes and nose. And that's it, your building blocks are in place and it's time to move on to your final drawing. Because I work on a computer, I'm going to turn the opacity down on my building blocks to make them fainter and then create a new layer for my final lines. If you're using pencil and paper, then either draw your building blocks really lightly and erase them later, or overlay a second piece of paper over your guides and draw over them to save rubbing out. Start your final drawing with the outline of the head. Change the angle of your stroke as you go to create a furry looking texture. At this stage, just draw half circles for the eyes and flesh out the nose and mouth, remembering not to just trace over your building blocks, they are there purely as a guide. Frame the eyes with a shape that looks a bit like a human eye and fill in the blank space solid black. Now let's move on to the stripes. Draw or imagine a mirror line down the centre of your tiger's head. Draw some simple curves where your stripes are going to go, mirroring them on the other side of the head. Now draw over your curved lines with angled shapes. Remember, although the stripes are positioned symmetrically, that doesn't mean they should all look identical. Randomise your stripes. To finish off the head, draw in some details like the ears and whiskers. And finally, draw in the neck with furry lines and some guides for the stripes. Just like before, embellish your curved lines with angled strokes. Now before you go, let's look at how we can take a tiger's head and turn it into a lion. First, let's rewind a bit and get rid of the stripes and the outer edge of the head. Now, add a mane using furry lines, keeping things random and not totally symmetrical. And that's it, we're done. If you enjoyed this video, why not give us a like, and for even more how to draw tutorials, make sure you subscribe to our channel. See you next time. For even more drawing tips, along with great stories and more, why not grab a subscription to the Phoenix comic by checking out the link in the description.